Mumbai awakens before the first light kisses the horizon. The city stirs, a giant slowly stretching its limbs, preparing for another day. Its energy is already surging, a palpable current felt in the crowded streets, as millions embark on their daily journeys, chasing their dreams with unwavering determination. The trains rumble, buses heave, and the city pulses with life. Gleaming glass towers rise above the sprawling cityscape, piercing the sky with their modern grandeur. They stand as proud symbols of ambition, innovation, and relentless progress, reflecting the aspirations of a nation on the rise. These architectural marvels house the engines of commerce and industry, but cast in their long shadows, a starkly different city exists, hidden in plain sight. A sprawling landscape of makeshift homes, cobbled together with tin roofs and salvage materials, where dreams are often tempered by the harsh realities of daily life. Here, survival is a daily endeavor, a constant negotiation with scarcity, where finding steady work, securing a safe roof over one's head, and accessing clean water are not guarantees, but hard-won victories. This is the enduring paradox that defines urban India, a nation of contrasts and complexities. It's a place where dazzling success exists in close proximity to deep struggle, where unimaginable wealth rubs shoulders with abject poverty. Every major city across the nation, from the historic streets of Delhi to the coastal dynamism of Chennai, is a powerful engine of economic growth driving the nation forward. Yet it is also a stark landscape of profound inequality, a place where opportunities are not equally distributed. Gated communities, symbols of privilege and exclusivity, and sprawling slum settlements stand side by side, separated by walls both physical and metaphorical. They represent worlds apart, existing in parallel universes within the same urban space. The story of urban India is a complex and multifaceted tale, woven with threads of both hope and profound hardship. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, but also a stark reminder of the vulnerability of those living on the margins. To truly understand the complexities of modern India, to grasp its potential and confront its challenges, we must be willing to see both cities, to acknowledge the duality that defines its urban landscape. We must listen attentively to the voices emanating from the boardrooms of corporate giants, and equally lend an ear to the voices rising from the heart of the slums, where stories of struggle and survival unfold daily. Only by acknowledging this inherent duality, by embracing the full spectrum of urban experience, can we truly face the real challenge that lies ahead. The challenge of building a more equitable and just society. The challenge of building cities that are not only prosperous and dynamic, but also inclusive and just for all its citizens, regardless of their background or circumstances. The future of urban India, and indeed the future of the nation, depends on our ability to bridge this divide, to create a society where opportunity is not a privilege, but a right. Every year, the allure of urban centers draws millions from their rural homes. Why do millions flock to the cities each year, carrying little but hope and the weight of their dreams? What compels this mass migration? Rural life, often a tapestry of tradition and hardship, is increasingly battered by failed crops, leaving families with dwindling resources. The countryside, once a source of sustenance and community, now offers shrinking opportunities, pushing them out in search of greener pastures. The promise of something more becomes irresistible. The city, a beacon of progress, promises jobs, the allure of cash, and a chance to break free from the shackles of generational poverty, a cycle they desperately seek to escape. Migrants become the invisible hands, the unsung heroes, building and powering the ever-expanding urban India. Their dreams are simple, yet profound: a better school, a nurturing environment for their children to learn and grow, access to a hospital nearby, ensuring healthcare is within reach, and ultimately, a sense of dignity, a feeling of self-worth and respect. But the city is harsh, a relentless arena of competition and survival. Jobs are scarce and opportunities are often elusive. Housing is unaffordable, pushing families into cramped and unsanitary conditions, and newcomers are often seen as outsiders, facing prejudice and discrimination at every turn. Survival becomes the first and foremost test, a daily battle for existence, as they navigate the treacherous waters of exploitation and indifference, often with little support. The search for a better life, a life of dignity and opportunity, begins with a relentless fight for basic existence. For many, the city is both a beacon of hope and a daily struggle, a paradox that defines their existence. India's cities are buckling, They are straining under pressures unseen in previous generations. The primary cause? The relentless, unending wave of migration from rural areas. People seeking opportunity, a better life, anything beyond what their villages can offer. Overcrowded buses bursting at the seams and trains packed beyond capacity turn daily commutes into not just inconveniences, but genuine battles for space, for safety, and sometimes for survival. Affordable housing is simply out of reach for the vast majority of these new arrivals, forcing millions upon millions into sprawling slums and even more precarious unauthorized colonies that spring up overnight. These settlements offer little to no protection from the elements, privacy, or basic human dignity, breeding disease, fostering desperation, and ultimately fueling social tension. Pollution, thick and choking, and chronic water shortages impacting daily life create a public health crisis of immense proportions, silently eroding the well-being of millions. Meanwhile, garbage piles up, uncollected, in neglected neighborhoods, a stark symbol of systemic failure. Urban planning, it seems, has disproportionately favored the construction of gleaming malls and the erection of luxury towers over the provision of basic needs and essential services for all. The result: gleaming infrastructure projects, symbols of progress, existing right beside areas of appalling neglect and decay. The cracks in the city are not just physical, visible in crumbling buildings and broken roads, but also deeply social and profoundly economic. Growth has been largely chaotic and unplanned, a haphazard sprawl, unsustainable in its consumption of resources and its impact on the environment, and deeply fundamentally unequal in its distribution of benefits and burdens. The challenge now is to learn from these mistakes and build cities that truly work for everyone, regardless of their background or income, not just a privileged few who can afford to live in gated communities, shielded from the realities of urban life. For the urban poor, opportunity is locked behind invisible walls. Migrants lacking documents are denied basic services and become invisible citizens. Slum dwellers live under constant threat of eviction, unable to invest in their homes or futures. Women and marginalized groups face daily risks and discrimination, even in the city. Government schemes often miss the mark, designed without real input from those they aim to help. Projects on city outskirts don't serve workers who need to live near their jobs. Without genuine participation, policies remain out of reach for the truly needy. The city's promise remains unfulfilled for those on its margins. A great city is measured by the dignity it offers its most vulnerable. India stands at a crossroads. Continue with exclusive growth, or choose justice and inclusion. True progress means seeing the poor as partners, not problems. It requires real participation, giving every resident a voice in shaping their city. Invest in people. Clean water, safe housing, education and healthcare for all. Legal recognition and security can transform slums into thriving neighborhoods. Inclusive cities are more resilient, innovative and vibrant. By putting dignity and fairness at the heart of urban development, we can build cities where every dream has a chance. The future of India depends on cities that are not just smart, but just.